Ladies and gentlemen, Lab After Dark is starting shortly. Lab After Dark is starting soon.
Samantha, what's up? Mary. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for, but I didn't want to. I'm trying to save my voice. I've been talking a lot. I talk a lot. I talked a lot tonight. I talked a lot yesterday. I'm probably going to talk a lot tonight. And to start the show off with a Fat Albert, not a great idea. I just did it. I can't help myself. I'm a showman. I'm here for your entertainment.
Lab After Dark is starting soon.
I'm here for your entertainment. Not mine. What's up?
I was actually just sitting down to pee, but whatever, you know.
Requiem, I saw the Wiener race. That's right. That's right.
What's the point in causing the eruption?
Lab After Dark starts now.
It's not the first Wiener race I've ever seen either. And that's a fact, Jack. Yeah, what an annual thing, huh? This is not my drum solo, but I do have some drum solos, just not up on my page. I should put them on there. I don't know. I don't like convoluting it with just like crap about me. It's already too much, Josh. It's too much. Like I already showed like baby photos. You know. How much more do you guys have to suffer? Oh yeah, the ding's back. What do you mean I'm so low? What does that mean? I'm low. Low? I'm looking here. I don't look more low. Like low? Oh shit. Unbelievable. Do I really sound low? The faders look good to me. Maybe I am. Hold on. What about now? Am I still low? Josh, you sound finey. We're all good. Can you see me? Okay, so now we're officially doing audio only on Lab After Dark. There's no popping because I don't have to show my face. All right, whatever. I'm here. So, good to see you guys. Good to be here. Welcome to Lab After Dark. If you would hit that like button on the way in, and I would appreciate that fully. It's great to see you guys. You can't hear me. Don't troll me. Is there really a pop? I don't hear any pops. Hold on. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't even care, to be honest, if you can hear me or not anymore. I am so over sound issues. I don't care anymore. I've wiped my hands of it. It's all I saw for the first 40 minutes on the interview room tonight. It was brutal. You know, it's just like, God dang, nothing but just bitching and complaining and bitching. You're just like, oh my God. Oh God. That's what my neighbor Tony does whenever I tell him something like morbid. He goes, oh God. That's his reaction every time. It's my favorite. I think of stuff just to tell him that's like morbid so I can see his reaction. He does it every time. I don't know why. It's just the best. I mean, I don't know. I'm not like excited to tell him bad stuff. I like that reaction. Oh, he does it every time. It's just too good. Yeah, whiny chats. It just, I'm like, dude, you remember that plane crash in '97 where like 190 people died? It's just, oh, I'm just kidding. I don't know that I didn't, it's not true. And he just loves it. He's into that crap. I mean, he's a merchant marine, for God's sakes, but it's just my favorite. There was another whiny chat. No, yeah. Well, I don't know how whiny it was. Some of it, but dude, like the last 2 nights they've been big shows on the lab, and then obviously on the interview room. They're big shows, so there's a lot of people, which means the more people, the more complaining. And not just more complaining, but also a lot of like goodness too that comes from it, obviously. So Chris really lets Sparky have it. Yeah. It was he did. That was quite a diatribe. I've seen him do that before. A couple times. It's not new, you know. It's just funny that people clutch their pearls about it. They go, oh. It's like, you know, what? People can just talk shit, you know. You know, he likes to give it back too. I got no problem with it. It's not my first rodeo. Oh, look. I've seen Chris mad, like actually mad. He wasn't mad. I've seen him furious before. Really, really mad. Like there was one time the Glairer called in. Now that was mad. And then one time somebody brought Karen up. And he was mad about that. He was really, really mad about that. I've seen him mad. That wasn't mad. Oh, thank you. It's just like, oh, hold on. Look at that. It's better than making a real fire. Isn't that beautiful? La da 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 da. I don't remember what Sparky said either. I didn't even care. Sparky will live in infamy forever. It was pretty epic. Everybody gets so mad about that. They think that you know, people should just take shit all the time and say and do nothing, and that's just not really normal. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this before, but every now and then I will get into a bit of an altercation with somebody in the chat. I'm way worse at it than anybody. I don't know if he did or if he didn't. I could care less. It didn't matter to me. He could have underreacted for all I know. But I mean, I don't know if it's an overreaction. I don't know what an overreaction would be. But I don't know. I didn't think it was an overreaction, but it was definitely it was definitely poignant, and it, it was funny. I didn't care. You know, it's funny too, because like people go, make them stop. Oh yeah, okay, make them stop. No, thank you. Look, you know, if it gets to a certain point, obviously it's my show and I'm in charge of it, but that was nothing. Not to me, at least. Maybe to people who haven't been around before. Yeah, I don't remember the Sun thing. I didn't see the comment, but the thing too is that the Cold Case Foundation is covering a very touchy, controversial, overly opinionated topic where everybody and their mother have the most staunch opinion about probably one of the biggest murder mysteries of the 21st century. And I mean, I think it's probably the biggest mystery since the Black Dahlia. And they're in the throes of it. And, you know, I think that maybe emotions are running high. You know, that case is so controversial. And Mary, thank you so much. Sound is perfect, damn it. I love that. Prayers and pills. That's how we survive around here. Prayers and pills. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's good to see you. Tell your dad hello. But, you know, it's so, there's a lot to it. So I think that, that, you know, maybe resonated a little bit. I don't know if you saw the show tonight. It was fine. Everything was fine. Where did my light go? What the hell? But it was a great, you know what? I always say that I have a good time, like on those shows, not just his show, but just any show that I go on. Oh, it's always a good time. And it's not always a good time. Most of the time it is on Chris's show. Tonight was a great time. I had a blast. I thought that show was killer. I thought that it was smooth and flowed and everybody contributed. John was off the hook with his Michael Vick joke. It was cool. It was good. There's a lot of people there, you know. And yeah, Lulu, what's up? Yeah, it was honestly, it was a great show. It was a great show. I thought yesterday's show was great. It was a little controversial, but not too bad. Look, the thing is that people are allowed. That's one of my things. I don't mind people having an opinion about stuff, and I also don't mind people expressing how they feel. And I also don't mind people standing up for themselves. I got no problem with any of that stuff. Like I said, if you've been around me, if you've ever watched my show, any of them, I told a lady one time her dog was ugly because that was her avatar. And it wasn't an ugly dog. It was actually a really sweet, cute dog but I just wanted to be mean because she was talking so much shit in the chat. I said, yeah, what do you know about it? And then I said, get her out of here. And by the way, your dog's ugly. One time, I wished a guy's fish would die. You heard that correct. Lee. I didn't say it correctly, but you heard it correctly. I told him that I hope that I hope his fish died. It happened. Not proud of it. Not proud of it. And by the way, I don't think the fish did ever actually die. Yeah, I don't know whatever happened to Koi Boy, but I did tell him that. You remember that, Martha? And then I also, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I got I got propositioned because I had a pineapple in my, like it was on my graphics. And apparently an upside down pineapple means that you're a swinger. I didn't know that. But the pineapple wasn't upside down. And I don't know if you remember, if somebody remembers this. But the guy's like, you know, my wife thinks you're cute and we would love to fly you out. And I said, why? Why would you want to fly me out? And he goes, well, aren't you a swinger? I said, no, I'm not. I'm not a swinger. He goes, well, what do you have the pineapple for? And I said, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I was completely confused. But like I said, apparently the upside down that's what an upside down pineapple means in the community. Matter of fact, I probably still have, let me see if I have the background still. They took it as me. Hold on here. Right there. See the pineapple? I know you can't see me now, but you see the pineapple in the little corner. I don't know why it's there. Look at everything that's up there. All right, hold on. Let me move this out of the way here. Let's examine. Let's examine. Yes, I am single for the rest of my natural born life. Okay. Hold on. Let me get rid of the banner really quick. Okay, so you got Otis and Macho over there in the left corner. Got a boombox. We got Paulie Walnuts, a shark. I think that might be Harambe, but I'm not sure. J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys, Darth Vader, a gorilla smoking a cigar, Clay Aiken, the Dare Bear, Joel Olstein, Inspector Gadget, some Army soldier toys, Jolt soda, and a pineapple. And he looked at all of that and decided that I was a swinger and said, hey, my wife thinks you're cute. And I remember going, thank you. And then he said, in the chat, This is happening in the chat. He wasn't kidding either. Because I got an email about it, which got deleted promptly, with a picture of his wife. And I was like, oh my God. It's just unbelievable. Yes, he was said, I would like to fly you out. And then I said, why? And then he said, because my wife likes you. And I said, yeah, so? And he's like, aren't you a swinger? Why would you think that? Because of the pineapple. And then he says, I thought that's what upside down pineapples mean. And I said, does that pineapple look upside down to you? It clearly isn't upside down. It's a standing up pineapple, vertical, not inverted, not sideways, not crooked, nothing. It's just a straight up pineapple next to Joel Osteen. Of all people. I don't know where those people came from. I don't know how that got decided that those people were on there, but it's next to a Jolt soda. So he thought that it is tilted a little. You know what? I never noticed that. God. It is tilted a little. It's not upside down, but it's tilted. It's on a slope. It's on a slope. Shit. I got to apologize to that guy now. The answer's still no, but you can clearly see that it is not upside down. It's teetering. It's almost falling over at this point. It needs to be. Yeah, it's kind of like, it's sort of bi-curious, I think. But I don't know why there's a pineapple on there. It's just a harmless fruit. It's just as random as everything else that's on there. Look at Macho. Look at Otis's face. He's scared. Even Macho's like, this can't be good. What does the little alien up in the corner mean? Does that mean I want to be probed? No, it doesn't. It's just a graphic, for God's sakes. Help me help you, you know? Don't do this to me. It's just not, yeah. But anyway, so I've had the crazy, that, like I said, that was nothing. I've had the craziest interactions with people. Joel looks like he's seen this one play out before. Yeah, he's judging. I cannot, I really don't know where I'm getting the wee dum bum bum away. I'm getting those vibes from, I haven't seen this background in a long time. It's been a long time. I like it. I missed it. I'm not that happy about the pineapple situation. Yeah, why is Clay Aiken on there? I don't understand. Clay Aiken, the Dare Bear, as we call him, and Joel Osteen. So I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, we are. I don't know who did this. I can't tell. I think we all added something. Like, I remember specifically requesting Joel Osteen, and Clay Aiken. I remember that. However, I don't I don't know why. You know what? To be honest with you, when Clay Aiken was singing, I think he should have won over Fat Ruben. To be honest, no offense. Ruben was good, but it was like they felt bad for him because he was like morbidly obese, and he could sing a little bit. But when Clay Aiken sang "Bridge Over Troubled Water," it brought a tear to my eye. Almost made me gay. Not really, but I was rooting for him, I wanted Clay Aiken to win. And then when Ruben won and he sang the song Flying Without Wings, which was sort of, what would you say? It was sort of ironic because Ruben couldn't have flown with anything other than like on a jet. I mean, you put wings on the guy, he's still going to sink. The guy was like 350 pounds, maybe more. He might have been even more. Great singer, but come on, you can't do it's like you can't name a movie about a couple gay cowboys, Brokeback Mountain, and expect people not to giggle about it a little. Great movie, by the way. I loved it. And it was very sad. Great movie. Great acting. But come on. You know what you're doing. So you could have just called it like, I don't know, Up the Hill or something, There's a lot of other names you could have named. You could have called it, I don't know, Camping Out with Friends. But Brokeback, it's not a real mountain. Brokeback Mountain. Yeah, Up the Hill. I don't know. Anything. I mean, it's like, I just don't understand it. And then people expect others to be so mature that they're not going to go, and because it's what dumb people like me do. I don't think it's funny anymore, but when it came out, I don't even know what year it came out, but I couldn't have been more than, I don't want to Google it, but I'm going to Google Brokeback Mountain. What year did Brokeback Mountain come out? Of course, December 2000. Come on, I was 19. I was 19. It says December 9th, 2000. Isn't December 9th the same day as Pearl Harbor? December 7th. Sorry, two days. 2 days. Not that there's any correlation between the two. I'm just saying. Sorry. It's the date just kind of popped in to my head. One has nothing to do with the other, obviously. Came out on your birthday? But you know what? And I saw the movie more than once. Thought it was fantastic. It's a really good movie. I love the part when he was eating beans. He's like, I'm sick of beans. Very great acting. But, you just can't expect a person of my intelligence to go when somebody says, "Hey, have you seen Brokeback Mountain?" No, what's that about? It's about a couple cowboys that herd. What were they herding? Sheep, right? What was it? Was it sheep they were herding through the hills, or cattle? I don't remember. They were herding cats. I don't believe that, Lulu. That doesn't seem like it would be that hard. No, they didn't hurt sheep. They whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But they were doing stuff in the mountains. Can't quit me. Yeah, they were doing stuff in the mountains. And so you go, oh, have you seen Brokeback Mountain? No. Is that a John Wayne movie? No, it's actually not. It's about a couple cowboys that fall in love with each other. Why is it called Brokeback Mountain? I don't know. Who named it that? The guy that made the movie. Are you going to see it? Yeah, probably. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. You know. I like Heath Ledger. And I did, and I do. It's a good movie. It's sad. Great movie, though. But, you know, naming it that it's like on purpose choice. Don't you think? It's a double-edged sword. It's like it's like a sideways pineapple. You know, it's what it is. Sorry to the people that are just coming in. I'm on a rant, and I don't know what to do about it. But, and I don't know how we got here, and I don't know how we're gonna get out of here. But let me. Ann says there's nothing wrong with the sound too. And I'm glad that that's been established. So anyway, back to my original point, which I don't know what that was. I keep thinking, I don't know. I'm not really sure where I go from here, but point is that Brokeback Mountain was a good movie, and there was no reason to laugh about it. Even as a 19-year-old, immature. Yeah, but I did, and I mean, I got to tell you that I was in a video store one time, and there was this guy that I knew at the counter talking to the worker, and he said, I was waiting in line, and he wanted to reserve a copy of Brokeback Mountain, and he was saying it very quietly, so I didn't hear, but I was 3 feet from him, and he says, it's like, I'd like to reserve a movie. Okay, he goes, yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll put your name down. What movie? And he goes, Brokeback Mountain. And I go, turns around. I said, oh, sorry. I thought of something. He goes, yeah, is my girlfriend. My girlfriend was here. I don't think you have a girlfriend, man. I've known you quite a while. I've never known you to have a girlfriend. And that was it. And then he left. I don't know if he ever got the copy of it or not. He might have. But, you know, he was welcome to it. But just instinctually. It was stupid. I'm an idiot. Great movie, though. I got to tell you, I really do enjoy that movie. It's just great acting. I would never. I'll tell you one thing. I know that I could never do that job. The herding cattle, not being gay. I don't think I could do that either. But between the two, being gay would be a lot easier. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm just being honest. I don't know if it was disturbing. I didn't find it disturbing. Did you find it disturbing? I mean, I don't think it'd be fun. I don't think herding cattle would be fun. Now they made it seem fun. I remember he's like, "You boys sure found a way to pass." By the way, how did people even know that they were in love with each other? Because that's what it was. It was true love. Okay. Now, the thing is, I don't understand how people knew that they were on the low. I don't get it. Because remember that guy was like, "You boys sure found a way to pass the time up there," or whatever he said. So, what was that guy doing? Like watching with binoculars? I don't remember how that guy found out that they were hanging out, you know. I don't know. Is that what he did? Did he really use binoculars to find out? What a creep. Why would he care? As long as they're getting the cattle. About Magic Mike, Josh, could you do that movie? What do you mean, like watch it? Could I could. I didn't watch Magic Mike. Oh, he was their boss. Okay. No, I never did. Oh, yeah. I could act in it for sure. No question. Easily. I mean, you know, depending on the pay, I would need some coin. I wouldn't need Matthew McConaughey or Channing Tatum coin, but I would need some, maybe 10, 11,000 maybe. Easily. I don't know what Bernie is. I've never seen it. 10, 11,000. After taxes, of course. I don't know why you would say Chris Farley coin. I look better than Chris Farley. The hell is that supposed to mean? Yeah, Heath Ledger money. Chris Farley? What kind of shit is that? Chris Farley. How you gonna liken me to Chris Farley? I don't know if you've seen me lately, but I'm in a little better shape than old Christopher Farley. Chris was cute and charming. Yeah, but still. Chris Farley. No, he doesn't. He does not. I wouldn't say he rules. You guys are totally missing the point. I get it. He's hilarious. He's got a great personality. He was also a drug addict and extremely fat. Okay, so you're likening me to that, not because he's super funny. Chris Farley blocked that dude. I can't. It's not a dude. Chris Farley. And I know what you're referring to. You're referring to the one where Chris Farley is dancing next to the dude from Ghost. What was that guy's name? I don't remember what. God, I can't believe I can't remember his name. I'm gonna be mad when I see his name pop up on the screen too, because I know it's Swayze, of course. Idiot. I always get him and Bacon mixed up. I don't know why. God rest his soul. Love Pat. But you know, I remember the SNL when he was like, "Eh," and then Swayze was all like, I get him and no, I get Swayze and I get Bacon and then I get there's another person that I can never remember. I get him mixed up too. Kurt Russell. I get Kurt Russell and Swayze and Kevin Bacon mixed up. I don't know why. Maybe you guys could tell me. Maybe you can. I don't know. I don't know if you can. I love Kurt Russell, by the way. One of my favorites. But I think David Spade's on the yeah, all blonde white guys look alike. I don't know. They're just all in movies, I guess. I got to audition in my country accent. I can't quit you. I can't quit you. That must have been a treat. Stop likening me to Chris Farley. We have nothing in common. He's hilarious, not me. He's a great dancer, not me. We're nothing alike. Not even a little. Yeah, that's with Goldie Hawn, right? Yeah, he's fine. I mean, he's funny. He's hilarious. It's great. I don't know what you want to say. I look nothing like him, nor do I want to. Yeah, Chris Farley died many, many years ago. Many, many, many years ago. And so did Swayze. Chris Stapleton. Where'd that come from? Sandler's a good actor. I don't look like. Are you saying I look like Chris Stapleton? I mean, these guys are hideous. What are you talking about? I'm not saying I'm like, you know, ta-da, but come on. Chris Stapleton looks like a trailer park manager. Talented as all get out. I'm not saying that. He's a fantastic singer and guitar player and songwriter and blah, 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 blah. But I don't look like the guy. Nor do I look like Dom DeLuise, John Candy, or any other fat, bearded guy that any of you mention. I'll shut this shit down right now, I swear to God. Do not. We're not doing this again. It's not happening. Billy Bob from what? Varsity Blues? I don't look like him either. I promise you. I got no problem turning this car around. Little Nicky. I don't think I look like any of them either. I don't even know anybody that I actually look like. And I would tell you, I don't look like Jason Momoa either. I mean, look, you're at least heading in the right direction. You're at least heading in the right direction, but I don't look like him either. I like your comparison a lot better than what Sweet Soul said. Chris Farley. I like that comparison better. I feel a little more vindicated. Not really, but I mean, you know, I would rather that happen. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I don't look like him either. But I would rather look like him than Chris Farley, for God's sakes. There's a photo on Mob Crew you look like. What? I think you look like that guy that plays in Blade. Wesley Snipes? What? You think I look like Wesley Snipes? Isn't he in Blade? I don't look like Wesley Snipes either. That's a bit of a stretch. Oh, the guy that got his head cut off? Oh, man. I don't know. Blade. See, this right here. No, first of all, I've never seen Jack Black play Bob Ross, nor do I look like Jack Black. Sorry. I don't care what you say. The guy's 5'4". He's got to be 250. Because he's got a beard, right? I do not look like Jack Black. Nor do I want to look like Jack Black. But I do like what was that? The wrestling movie that he did? I do like that one. Bam Margera. I don't look like any of those. I don't look like Clooney either, but I would rather look like Clooney. What was that? I don't know how tall he is. He's not tall at all. Nacho Libre. Yeah. No, I don't look like Jon Snow from Game of Thrones at all. Thank you. I look like Josh. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. But I don't think there's anybody out there. Yeah, I've heard this one too, Wolfman Jack. I don't look like any of those guys at all. I don't know. It's a good question. Do I look like a cop? No, I don't think so. Speaking of my dark features, I looked in the mirror earlier and I had some bags on my eyes. I don't like that, man. That's depressing. What the hell happened there? Joshua Dynamite. God, I haven't heard that name in a long time. Haven't heard that name in a long time. Yeah, I look like Jackie Chan. Definitely. I look like Jackie Chan and I look like Wesley Snipes. And Melissa McCarthy at the same time. I've never had, like, can you see him? I've never had bags in my life. Damn. You could really see him? You could see him? Shit. Like, are they that bad? You can? It's all right. I don't know. I mean, you can see, I'm sure they're there. That's okay. I'm fine with that. It's whatever. But you know what I did though? I bought this the other day. The other day I bought this. It's a full compression ice sleeve that goes over your head, and it's got like a little nose cut out, and it goes like all the way down to here. And I think that I passed out. I think I passed out because I got, like, my forehead got really, really super cold. And then I remember I woke up. I lost some time. I don't know what happened. I think I froze myself back to the ice age. It was unbelievable. It was like, holy shit. It was like a time portal. It felt great though. And I could tell that it was starting to feel a little bit painful. Nah, it didn't give me a headache, no. But I was enjoying it, like, very much, and then I don't know, I just came to off the floor. It's like, oh wow. It was like that time that I drank the I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was a time that I drank it was a Powerade that I had put in the refrigerator, and it had been in there overnight, but it did not freeze, which was weird because that had never happened. But it didn't freeze until I cracked it open and took a chug of it, and then it froze in my throat. That was crazy. Dude, that was scary. I thought I was going to see God. And then it melted finally, but it was just like, I don't know. I don't know why it didn't freeze. To this day, I think about that. I think about that a lot, actually. It's one of the great mysteries. I was a little scared. I don't know what happened there. It's absolutely terrifying. That was so funny. It sucked. Yeah. Well, I only have the one, but I think I'm gonna use it tonight. I'm gonna try and knock these bags right out. For the skincare fund. Thank you. You need to try some under eye skincare patches. I'll send you some. They will change your life. I'm willing to try anything. I would love that. Thank you. Thank you, Samantha. This is a great question for prayers and pills. Ladies in the chat, who's aged better, John Stamos or Leonardo DiCaprio? The answer is unequivocally John Stamos because Leonardo DiCaprio looks blown out. That's just my personal opinion. I think Stamos by far. I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio has aged well at all. It's like hanging out with those young ladies all night. He looks really tired. I always find, I think it's so creepy to be a 50-year-old dude that dates 21-year-old women. I really do. I think it's weird. I think it's, if you're 30 years older than somebody, like that's just, to me, is strange. And I know people are going to go, well, they're over 18. Yeah, I know. I get it. I understand. I just don't like it. It's weird to me. It's not, and all these Hollywood guys do it. Like Al Pacino and, God, there's so many more. I remember Larry King. They all do it. They all date 20. Who was it the other day? Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire is 50 dating a 20-year-old. I was like, what the hell? Why would you want to do that? I'm 40 and my kids are 21 and 22. My son's wife is 21 and my son has a girlfriend who's 20. Now, in 10 years from now, I would have to date somebody 10 years younger than them. Bill Belichick, that's right. What the fudge? Now, I don't mind date I do think it's kind of cool. I say it's kind of cool when a man dates a woman that's like a little older than him, like 5 years or so, like the famous people. I think that's, I think that's nice. But I don't know, man. It's really strange to me. I really question these guys. Because none of them would be 20-year-olds dating a 50-year-old woman, which, by the way, would be weird too. And it would. We all know it would. It's all weird. So that's always been my problem with Leonardo DiCaprio, is that he's always dating some 20-year-old model who, and then he always breaks up with them when they hit 24. 25, maybe younger. Did he do that too? That doesn't surprise me. But Keanu's not young either. He's in his 60s, isn't he? Let me see. Hold on. Wife. Let's see here. How far apart are they? Oh, she doesn't seem that old to me. She's only 53. How old is he? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so she's 53, he's 61. I mean, that's normal. I think 10 I think 10 years might be pushing it. But I'm not I don't know. 10 years is probably 8 to 10 years is probably the most, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's it's total PR. DiCaprio been in a relationship with Lucas Haas for 30 years. Yeah, I don't know. I think, I don't know. 10 is the max. Like, that's the max. One way or the other. That's it. But I don't, even that to me is, I guess, I don't know. It seems, yeah, I don't know how old Karen is, but she certainly looks young. She looks younger than Chris, but Chris has been rode hard and put away wet, folks. He used to fight the Marines. Yeah, a lot of people have. So that would be what, 50 and 30? I mean, that's not like 50 and 30 is not something that I would do, but to me that's still different than 50 and 20. To me that's like predatory, like sort of predatory area to me. I mean, I'm not saying that's just how I feel about it. It's just too much. It's weird, you know. And it's rampant in especially with famous men, particularly famous men. Okay, Mustang Sally, what do you got for me? What do you mean? You have? Are you going to tell me that I look like somebody? You better make it good. My sister's late husband was 20 years older than her. Yeah, well, that, I don't know how old he was and how old she is, and I don't want to really assume. But if Tim Dillon, son of a bitch. My sister's granddaughter married a 63-year-old. I mean, I don't think so. Bradley Cooper is hot, but I don't look like him either. So. Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't think that that's a big. Honestly, I mean, like I said, I think the most that I would be comfortable with is 10 years one way. That's just me. I do not think when you're getting into like 25 and 30 years, I just don't think. Yeah, that's fine. That's wild. Second baby. Why would you have? That's like the same shit with Al Pacino. Didn't Al Pacino just have a baby with his like 30-something-year-old girlfriend? Why would he do that? Why would Al Pacino, knowing that he's not long for the world unless he lives to 100, have a friggin' kid at 80 years old? That is wild shit to me. I think it's really irresponsible of somebody, because that you're not like going to be around, or you're not driving your kid to baseball practice at 90 years old when the kid's 10. I mean, come on. It's just stupid. It's just so dumb. Were you going to go to his graduation when you're 98, or her graduation when you're 98 years old? It's so weird. Long live and love the Cougars. I think, 50 and 30. I think so. I think I couldn't date a 30-year-old when I was 50. I couldn't. But that's, to me, pushing it for sure. 60 and 40, I don't know. It gets less weird the older both people get, but a 60 and 80-year-old, and it's really weird how that sort of works itself out, He'll be 98 years old by the time this kid graduates, if he's still alive. At 98 years old, if he's still alive, it's disgusting. It's so gross. And you can't tell me that he is super into her. I mean, it's just weird. It's gross. Absolutely disgusting. Can you imagine? Yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah, she died from that hantavirus too. But 30's pushing it for me. I mean, it's not pushing it. It's too much to me. It's just too much. 20 is pushing it. That's just my opinion. I don't, look, people can do whatever they want. I'm not talking about legalities, and I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm not saying anybody should be locked up. I know what the law says. I'm just saying it's weird. That's it. I find it weird. I find it weird when Leonardo DiCaprio does it. I find it weird when Tobey Maguire does it. I find it weird when Cher does it. I find it weird when anybody does it. I just, and I also think that I think it's also a terrible thing to be having children with a 30-year-old when you're in your 80s. I find that, first of all, I find that disgusting. Second of all, I find that horribly irresponsible. Horribly irresponsible. Why? Because you can't give up. I'm 40 years old, and if I met like a 32-year-old woman, I feel like I want to have kids. I'd be like, no, I'm too old to have kids. But the thing is, I'm actually not too old to have kids. I just feel like I'm too old to have kids because I don't want to have kids anymore. I have kids. I don't want to have more kids. And people tell me all the time, Josh, you could have more kids. I could. No, you're right. I could. I'm not too old to have kids. But in my mind, I'm 103 years old. That's what I think about when somebody says, you could have another kid. And I'd go, I'm 103 years old. Because I remember being 18 and sitting up. My son, his days and nights were mixed up for six friggin' months. 6 months. He slept all day and he was up all night. And I remember dry crying. And I don't know if you know what dry crying is, but this is what dry crying is. Going, no tears, because I didn't have the liquid in me. Like I was so dehydrated from staying up all night, changing diapers and rocking them, that I was dry crying, going, and I kept thinking, I'm never going to sleep normally ever again. 12 years is not a big deal. I don't think 12 years is a big deal. I don't think it's weird or creepy or anything like that. Like I said, 10 would be the max for me, but 10 to 15, and people do it all the time. I know people like that. It was so bad. So I go back to that all the time when somebody says, "Oh, I'm having a baby." The first thing I think about, like my buddy, that, by the way, we're getting ready to do this podcast, and I'm sure we'll talk about it because he has two very young children. He's got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I feel so bad for him. And I know, he's like, "Oh, I'm so proud and happy to be a dad," and all this thing, and I'm sure he is, and God bless his soul, and he's a great dad, but I know his ass is worn out. I know he's tired. I'm sure he's broke. I'm sure that the house is a mess. Who wants to sit there and watch a kid not eat their peanut butter and jelly sandwich at 10:30 at night while they're in the high chair, basically looking at you going, ha ha, ha ha. Plus, I shit my pants, so you're going to have to change that too. And I'm not getting up from this chair till I want to. And then they take the peanut butter and they smear it on their face and the jelly. And they go, and they spit it at you. Yeah, that happened to me. Who wants to deal with that? Who wants to deal with that? I mean, it happened to me. My son, he stared right at me, did the whole thing. I just watched him like this, just like this. And then I went, and I have to change your diaper. I mean, it's just, there's not a lot of return on investment. Oh, but they're so cute. Yeah, kids are cute, man. They're great. It sucked. And the way he stared, like the disrespectful eye contact, that's what there was. It was disrespectful eye contact the whole time. And then he takes the PB&J and he just starts going like this. I say, stop doing that. And I take it and I put it back together and he takes it apart again. And I put it back together and then he starts crying. So then I go and I sit back down. He's in his chair. I'm in mine. It's a Mexican standoff. We're both Mexican, so that's what it is. It's not racist. Get over it. Oh, and I have kids. I'm telling you from experience. I've had kids. I have kids. I have 2 of them. And I have 2 nephews the same age. I went through all this crap. I used to have to watch 4 kids at the same time, 4 boys who were all lunatics. My nephew, for some reason, at like the age of 3, he thought it was extremely fun to spin around in circles while holding his breath and getting his face completely red. I remember staring out the window at him going, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it. I could not believe what I was looking at. And the other kids are sitting there watching, going, and I'm going, he's going to pass out and hit his head. And then when he gets done, he's like, hey, Uncle Josh. Just like, dude, come on. Don't do that. You know, it's just, I just don't, like I'm saying, I don't have the patience anymore. Even at 40. Now, as you know, when my kids have kids, it'll be fine because I can take them back when I'm tired. Like I wouldn't mind sitting there watching me eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And if he wants to be, or he or she wants to, you know, be weird about it and it's fine. Okay, fine. Because I'm going to sleep tonight. I'm sleeping. And if they decide to stay the night and they don't want to sleep, they can go home. See? So I'm fine with that. It's like you either go to sleep. Papa ain't got no patience. Papa ain't got no patience, okay? Papa got to sleep. Papa's tired. Papa has bags under his eyes. And he's going to watch Brokeback Mountain. He got things to do. I'm not going to watch Brokeback Mountain. I would never tell my kid that. My grandchild that. Papa's tired. Yeah, I did. I had them. Let me show you. Let me show you a photo. Now, by the way, I will tell you that I will tell you this. Raising my children was as young, because I was young when I did it, was the greatest honor of my life. And I say that wholeheartedly, no sarcasm whatsoever. Give me a second here. and we did everything together. But look at this. What the hell? See that? In all honesty, the best time of my life. And I would do it again if I was that age. It's my favorite picture ever. But I remember, look at this. I remember this. This was my little babies. That was my Maggie May, my little boys. And then there's my dumb friend who now has kids of his own. He's the dinner party guy. I don't know why he's on there. But those were the greatest days. And these are, I'll show you this too. This is my nephews and my two boys. We were at the beach that day. I remember that day very much. It was very fun. And check this out. This is like this was about 14 years later. It goes so fast. So fast. Good days. And this was COVID time. It's all of us. But at 40, I don't want to sit and watch him eat. I don't want to sit and watch him eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich ever again like that. Now, it's in my memory and I'll never forget it. And it was very frustrating. And thinking back on it, it was funny. Very funny. Thinking back. But, God, those days, man. They were amazing. So, it wasn't all bad. At all. What a woman gives me an ick. I don't know. Nothing really. Nothing that I could think of. Oh, yeah, vocal fry, actually. Not a fan. You know what vocal fry is? That shit bothers me. I don't know why it does. It just does. Blah. It's like totally. I hate vocal fry. You know what that is? I'll show it to you. I'll show you. It doesn't matter how pretty a person is.
Have you heard of Vocal Fry? It's totally a thing right now.
Let's see.
Have you noticed there's a new trend in the way some people... But you don't have to be a fashion model or a teenager.
No, I'm not really sure. QB, that's not vocal fry. That's a fried vocals. That's mean. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I'm not smoking. I don't like smoking either. Any kind of fry. Yeah, I don't like vapes either. Yeah, I can't find like a good but it's just really weird.
This woman couldn't believe her eyes.
I recognized him immediately.
Oh, okay, hold on. I found one. This is vocal fry. Hold on.
This woman couldn't believe her eyes.
I recognized him immediately, and my heart just sank because I couldn't believe that, like, I was face to face with this guy. So I'm not tickling you, and he would get very serious. I proceeded to pretend to throw up in the bathroom, hoping that, you know, it would gross him out and he would leave. He messaged me and he said that I had good birthing hips, and I just never messaged him back after that.
So I think that's the one that Koberger. No, not like JFK Jr. I think that's the birthing hips girl.
This woman couldn't believe.
And it's a choice. Like it's a choice to do that. I don't know why.
Her eyes.
I recognized him immediately, and my heart just sank because
And my heart just sank. You know, it's just I hate that. I don't know why it bothers me.
I couldn't believe that.
And I don't think it's JFK, by the way. I think it's RFK. JFK. I don't know if JFK had vocal fry or not. I don't think he did.
Like, I was face to face with this guy. So I'm not tickling you, and he would get very serious.
I'm not tickling you.
I proceeded to pretend to throw up in the bathroom, hoping that, you know, it would gross him out and he would leave. He messaged me.
Wait, what did she say?
And he threw up in the bathroom, not tickling you, and he would get very serious. I proceeded to pretend to throw up in the bathroom.
She pretended to throw up in the bathroom.
Hoping that, you know, it would gross him out and he would leave. He messaged me and he said that I had good birthing hips.
While she was throwing up in the bathroom? That guy's a freak. Oh, God. I'm so glad he's like out of society forever. RFK doesn't have vocal fry. He has a... It's actually like not his fault. I don't think he's like I'm not a fan or anything, but I don't think he can help. I don't think he can help it. Like if somebody can't help it, that's one thing. But when somebody chooses to talk that way, no, thank you. Yes, it's on purpose. No, I didn't see him catching Cash Patel grosses me out. Yeah, he has a medical condition. Yes, he does. When, like I said, when it's a choice, it's bothersome, but I would be annoyed with somebody for having an issue that they can't control, if that makes any sense. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's a serious condition. Just kind of sad, to be honest with you. Spasmic dysphonia. It almost sounds like it hurts when he talks. Canadian Mama Bear, so proud of your transformation, Josh. You keep doing you. Well, I appreciate that very much. Thank you. That's very kind of you, and it's always good to see you. Did you, by the way, did you catch the interview room tonight? If you haven't, make sure to go check out the interview room, because I thought that was a great show, and I really had a lot of fun. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that I'm with all the guys' crap. I'm just saying that he's got a problem. You know? Vocal fry is an affliction. It's not natural. Now, if you hear her talk, I'll show you this again. She talks normal.
And I just never.
This woman couldn't believe her eyes.
I recognized him immediately, and my heart just sank because I couldn't believe that, like, I was face to face with this guy. So I'm not tickling you, and he would get very serious. I proceeded to pretend to throw up in the bathroom, hoping that, you know, it would gross him out, and he would.
It's almost like it almost feels like a lazy way to talk. That's just what I think. Yes, she's talking like that on purpose.
Leave. He messaged me and he said that I had good birthing hips, and I just never messaged him back after that.
It's an actual way. It's an actual way to or it's like a style of talking. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It's weird. It's like it is. Any of us could talk like that. We could just talk like that if we wanted to. And, you know, it just feels, you know, it's very weird. We call it Valley Girl. Yeah, Valley Girl. Who tells somebody that they have good birthing hips on a first date? Or ever, to be honest. What is that supposed to mean? You have good birthing hips? What the hell kind of shit is that? It's like the craziest thing I've ever heard somebody say. Good birthing hips. You have good birthing hips. I don't think so. He's so weird, man. Oh, Canadian Mama Bear, 20 Lab After Dark memberships. That's so nice of you. Again, thank you. Yeah, make sure to check that show out tonight or tomorrow, or what was it? We only did 3 hours. That's a short show. It's so weird, man. Maybe she thinks it's sexy. Well, I can assure you, maybe there are some people that think it is talking that way, but let me show you this. What the hell? This habit is contagious among males. Can't stand vocal fry. I think some people do it deliberately. Of course they do. Nails on a chalkboard. It's unbearable to listen to. Somebody say play it at 0.25 speed. I would never do it. Somebody said I kind of like it. Final boss of vocal fry with some up talking powers. I'm so angry right now. They're all doing it. That's not nice. Some of these comments are so bad. So rude. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my god, I took Macho and Otis for a walk tonight. After we did the show over on Chris's, we jeez. What is it? Great Brokeback show tonight. Learning a lot. Thank you, NJ. Thank you. Yeah, that was a 20-minute Brokeback Mountain rant. Yeah, I'm completely it I don't know, it bothers me. Why is it always the serial killers or mass murderers that always get the chicks? From what I understand, Koberger, I think he could get like a date here and there, but other than that, and then he would say some shit while somebody was pretending to throw up in the bathroom, like, I think you have really nice birthing hips, or message her, I think you have really nice birthing hips. And then that would be the end of the dating. There'd be no more dates. I think you have nice birthing hips. I think you have nice birthing hips. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. I've heard a lot of weird things too. It's like the beginning of the song When Doves Cry. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, anybody that's like big into tickling on any level, whether it be see, whether anybody that just goes around like tickling people, it's so weird. Like, ticklers be damned. I'm gonna tickle you, and it's just like, I'm gonna kick you in the chin. Don't tickle people. I hate that. Or I'll tell you what else I cannot stand. And a lot of you ladies will know this because you've had to deal with it before. And I've never had this happen. Well, not really. But one thing that I hate is the where's my hug guy. Hey, where's my hug? Oh God, what would we watch? It would be fun. I don't know. Joey H was talking about it too. But we would have to do it like on Discord, maybe. I'm not saying we couldn't. Yeah, it's you know what I'm saying though? Have you guys am I yeah, where's oh, we could do that. Yeah, we could definitely do that. That would be fun. Can't stand being tickled either. Tickling's weird. Barry's been a member for 22 months. Yeah, but you know the where's my hug guy, and then it's not even you know. I did that one time. No, it's like whenever I give somebody a hug that's not like a close personal friend, like a dude or my children or something, you know. It's always like a side, you know what I'm saying? It's like this the one arm hug. That's the church. That's the church hug. That's how I try to hug people if they insist on going in for a real, if they're going in for the real thing, I try to give the one, hey, but I did like the full on arms and then the like swinging side to side shit. That's to me, that's not a proper thing to do to anybody. I'm a side hugger. Yeah, it's if that's what, I'm just not a you remember the hug that Jim Carrey did to the lady at the airport when he dropped her off and he was like, I hate goodbyes. And he's like swinging back and forth. You remember that? Back and forth. You remember that? I would never do that. I don't know. People are weird, man. Yeah, bear hugs. Bear hugs in general suck. Although, oh, look at the turtle. Thank you, Canadian Mama Bear. I think side hugs are always appropriate under, because I feel weird shaking hands too. I think it is. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I feel weird shaking hands, but I don't mind shaking hands, but like all the I wouldn't say elderly ladies at the church. Like I would always just, I don't want to shake their hands, but I didn't want a full on hug. So I would side hug. You know what I'm saying? And I perfected it. I perfected the side hug. I didn't mind that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to. Yeah. The church ladies. That was the thing. Well, it's just, I don't mind doing that because I don't think that, that's fine. When I hug my family, my grandmother, my sister, I hug them like, I'll give them a normal hug. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying people that I don't associate with often. That's what you got to do right there. And then go the other way. It's a beautiful move. Strangers. Yeah. It's just not but I've seen guys, this is what I find horribly weird is it's not even just the full on hug, but then like the back, like the rubbing of the back. And I sit there and I just go, oh my God. One of the things that bothered me more than anything is catcalling. When men catcall women, I can't stand it. It's so obnoxious and it makes people, women specifically, uncomfortable. And I have some family members who are they're the worst at that shit. It's so weird. I cannot stand it. And I would always say, like I would always say, they would do like we'd be sitting on the front steps of the porch, and a pretty girl or someone would walk by and they do that little, you know what I'm saying? Like the, hey, or whatever weird thing. And I would always go, do you really think like that? You think she likes that? Like, I don't know. Well, I'm sure that she doesn't, because she didn't go, oh my God, come over here running. Did she? Oh. So of course she didn't like it. It's weird. And I feel weird that I'm sitting right here. Like, I would always don't do that. Like, I don't want to be around that shit. I hate it. It's so uncomfortable. Yes, it's weird. It's weird anyway. I don't think I've ever been catcalled. But I think it would be less weird, but it would still be weird. You've never seen anybody catcall anybody? Wow, really? Oh, or when somebody's sitting down and you go up from behind them and start rubbing their shoulders. That's weird. That's a no-no. Yeah, sort of like dog calling, going woof, woof, woof. It's a, I don't know how often it happens anymore, but I just remember it happening. It was weird. It was weird then. It's weird now. Although I did just get look, I got catcalled. Never had that happen before. That was a first for everything. Huh? It is. It really is. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh, that's even worse. I mean, it's no matter what, but the walking up behind somebody, like massaging their shoulders, is so ridiculous. It's just so weird. I used to get mad when people would do that. Like there was this really creepy guy at church. It's always church for some reason. His name was Keith. Of course, his name was Keith. I don't know his last name, or I would tell you. I'd give you his address if I had it. But that's how he would hug all the women. It was like the wraparound, and he would like do that. He would do that to my sister. And I would get so, because she'd feel like weird about it, right? And I told my grandpa that, because my grandpa knew him, but I was probably like 16 or 17, and I told him, I said, I'm gonna fucking knock this guy out, because he's making my sister, he's making Suzanne feel uncomfortable. He didn't know that he was, and he didn't even know that he was hugging her that way. But I was like, I'm gonna floor this dude. I'm gonna absolutely. So finally, my grandpa told him, like, yo, don't do that anymore. I mean, it's just like, she was like uncomfortable all the time about it. So weird. I don't know. People are weirdos, man. Is the fire still burning? I'm going the wrong way. Here we go. Get that. Isn't that cool? All right, let's look at this one more time. This is how we started off. Yeah. Hey, don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Do you remember that song? I used to sing that all the time. Okay. So here we go. To the left to right. Otis, Macho, Polly Walnuts, a shark, Harambe, J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys, miniature Darth Vader, a gorilla smoking a cigarette, Clay Aiken, circa season 1 or 2 of American Idol, the Dare Bear, Joel Olstein, Inspector Gadget, Army Men, Jolt Soda, and a Sideways Pineapple.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I appreciate you guys being here.
Lab After Dark.
Thank you so much. I had a blast tonight. It was good to see you. Check out the interview room if you have not. And then also check out on the lab, the show that I did yesterday, because it was a blast as well. Well, I liked it at least. Thought it was good. I like the spaceship too, actually. But apparently the pineapple was a bridge too far. How does it sound? Does it sound weird? Does it sound messed up? It should sound fine.
Lab After Dark.
Pineapple's a sign of hospitality. I didn't know that. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Vinny Mama Bear, that's a good idea about the movie night thing. Talking about movies. I love, although hopefully I can get Dr. Gary to play oh god. Bring an accordion. No, this isn't me drumming. But I will record one. Can you guys do this? I learned this from sitting around waiting for other people to work on their shit. Watch. Alright, guys. Catch you later.
Lab After Dark is starting soon.
Right.
Well, you opened that Pandora's door.
I was actually just sitting down to pee, but whatever, you know.